You're growing up, you're 5 years old, right? There was that discomfort feeling of the doctors and the medical staff saying that you're never gonna be able to do this again, or you're gonna have to go through this surgery, and then after this surgery, you won't be able to do this again. It's all these moments of, feeling discomfort and then persevering through those moments, right? So, and then you brought something up as well, which is how it connects and relates to business. There's always these moments of discomfort. And oh my goodness, have you and I been through so many moments through our entrepreneurial journey of moments of discomfort and things that, we had to persevere through. So, how do you apply and tell some stories on how discomfort connects to not just business, but giving some real life examples of how it related to our business. Moments in our business where things were really, uncomfortable, and instead of stopping at mile 16, we kept walking and running.
Oh, we've been doing this too long now.
To ensure a family-friendly experience, we have edited any strong language in this video. Listen to the audio podcast version for an unadulterated, authentic, and enhanced experience. The Jonny and Hector Show is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and other popular podcasting platforms.
Well, when we first started, I was 23 years old, so looked at the world a lot different, I thought it was a lot easier, honestly, which I think...
Open up the door, money comes in, right?
Yeah, which I think a lot of people look at it that way. The people that don't, well done. But the first investment we got was from our parents, and we bought a couch. So...
What the heck were you thinking, man?
Because we're like,
God.
We want our clients to be comfortable when they come to the office. Oh, man. Stephen and Anthony did it way better. They took the first investment, built a website that was SEO optimized, and started getting leads right off the bat. We bought a
Fudging.
couch. But anyway.
And a desk.
Anyway.
Great call.
We've been business partners for a long time now. We've gone through a lot of shit. We had no idea what we were selling for, I'd say, the first 5 years. Selling everything. So many different things. But the pivotal?
I'm dyslexic, I don't know.
Pivotal?
That sounds right.
But there's one moment that stands out in our business that completely changed the trajectory of where we are today. It was July 2020. So there was this thing going around in the world. You may have heard of it.
Never.
What
was it?
We had reconnected with our mentor from college, okay? Peter Whalen, amazing mentor. One of the reasons why we're entrepreneurs today. We had reconnected with him earlier in the year, and he was giving us tons of advice. Well, he texted me at 11 p.m. This is 11 p.m. Mountain Time. It's important to note because he lived in Florida, so it's 1 a.m. his time. It was a Thursday night. And he texted me and he said, "Jonny, you up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm starting to kind of go to bed here." He's like, "You better be up." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, what? What's going on?" I'm like,
Fudging.
1 in the morning where you are. And he's like, "Jonny, we need to talk." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, let's talk tomorrow." He's like, "No, we're gonna talk right now. Give me a call." I'm like, "Okay," so I get out of bed and I give him a call. And I'm like, "What's up, man?" And he's like, "What are you guys doing?" Like, literally, this is what he says. And some background here, right? It's July 2020. We went from $50,000 of revenue a month in 2019 to zero. Like, literally. Overnight. Like, March was zero. April was zero. May was zero. Then I think we made $1,000 or $5,000 in June, something like that. This is July. The PPP has run out. We still have 2 full-time employees on salary. And I think we have like $10,000 in our checking account, and that's it. Maybe 20 grand max. Well, our bills for the month are 20 grand.
Not to mention all the credit card debt we were in.
Yeah. We're also in $150,000 of credit card debt. We don't know what to do. We were semi-delusional. We put together a business plan of like, we need money. We need to get money from people. Like that is kind of where we were at. We're like, we need money. We want to keep our employees. We have all these contractors. So we started asking for money, which I personally didn't feel that good about. I know Hector didn't either, but I'm kind of the financial part of the business, so I didn't feel good about it because I'm like, why the
Flufflefudge.
someone invest in us when we have $150,000 of debt, no revenue, and $10,000 in our bank account?
Yep.
Anyway, he says, you're not acting like a co-founder. What are these
Baloney.
titles that you and Hector have? Hector's CEO, you're COO? Why? First of all, neither one of you is a CEO, because if you were, you would have gotten rid of your employees 3 months ago. Because that is what you need to do. That's the picture your finances are painting. And I was like, huh? I'm listening the whole time. He's just drilling into me. I'm listening. I'm barely saying anything. And he said, you and Hector need to figure this
Stuff.
out quick. Like tomorrow. Because you guys are screwed. Like, you guys need to go back in startup mode and rebuild everything from scratch. One of you or both of you need to start acting like founders of a business that's about to go under. I don't remember the rest of the conversation. I was pretty dumbfounded at this point. It's one
Fudging.
morning for him, 11 p.m. for me. Anyway, the next morning, I get up, call Hector, and I'm like, we gotta let go of our 2 employees. And we let them go that day. But it was that moment where I kind of grew up and realized what being a business owner actually was. And we turned shit around.
Head over to the Jonny and Hector Show playlist on YouTube to keep watching, or listen to the audio version on Apple, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.